hardest things in life is to be different. It's not easy to step out and do something that the next person is not doing.
You know, I grew up as a kid, you know, looking at the NBA, dreaming hopefully one day I can get there. I grew up watching All-Star games and, you know, thinking that'd be cool, you know, if I can make it there. And now I'm 11 years in consecutively, so you try not to take it for granted. You know, you try to, you understand that nothing is guaranteed to you. So I'm thankful.
Don't be afraid to be different, man. That's what Make Your Own Way stands for. Your way. Everybody's is different. Everybody got a different story. You might be from the same block, you might be from the same park, the same neighborhood, whatever the case may be, but everybody got a different path.
I think what Dwayne and Li Ning are doing for these kids is unbelievable, man. I think we need more of those type of people that are not afraid to sacrifice something that's cool for something that can have a positive effect on so many others, and most importantly, a younger generation.
D-Wade coming to my high school, it means the greatest thing in the world, basically. And he's giving back to me, like this room, before he gave back to this room, it was really small. Now it just looks excellent, it looks the best. And D-Wade coming to my school, personally, that's just the greatest thing to ever happen, because most people, when they make it, they don't come back.
What these kids get to learn in these moments is not just how to put a ball in a hoop. They learn how to be themselves, be confident and competent in any arena.
Make your own way to me is kind of like paving your own path to greatness.
Be a leader, kind of follower.
To inspire other people to lead by example.
Challenging my team to find the need in the community, you know, without youth. And, you know, going around and trying to, you know, figure it out, man. And, you know, we always try to leave an impact. You know, every time we come to a city, I know how important that is. You know, it can be something small, man. Just by seeing someone come to your school or see someone care about you enough, it can change your whole outlook on life. You know, so I've been there before and I get it.
Test game for their upcoming local league in the Thailand basketball league as well, and of course to test their new import out. Actually, this would be the actual first game where he has an actual defender to defend him, so it would be a good matchup for Alexander and also Anthony McLean with Justin Howard. I'm looking forward to the game, TK.
Yeah, so right now we're seeing some highlights from the last two games. Both games, the Mono Vampires visited the Singapore Slingers at the formidable OCBC Arena. They came out empty-handed against the Singaporean team, but they put up a really good fight. They fought down to at least 2 points within the waning seconds of the game, but the Slingers got two really big shot players. With the first game, they got Leon Kwek, who came with a lot of mid-range jump shots, and the second game, they got two big threes from Desmond O to ice the game for the Slingers. But the Mono Vampires showed that they can really hang on to this team despite them being the league leaders. And we're going to see the Mono Vampires once again giving the Singapore Slingers all they've got. As you mentioned, this will actually be the first game that Cleveland Melvin will have a legitimate import defender on him after the Pilipinas MX3 Kings were only able to field one import in the game last time. And yes, Xavier Alexander and Cleveland Melvin should be a wonderful matchup. Both have experience in the NBA D-League. Both are very highly talented imports. Probably the highest talent that we've seen in the ABL recently, and in a smaller position than we're used to in the ABL. That we used to see big guys, big four, big fives. These two are actually more of a natural three position. And it's going to be fun to see how they match up in this game, Pete.
Definitely. For Mono Vampires, it's, you know, obviously they're out the playoffs, but it's not over for them. They're going to be a continuous team in the ABL for the next season and upcoming season to come. And of course, after the ABL, like I said, there's going to be a local Thai league here, so they're obviously using the rest of the games and the high-level ABL games to prepare for their upcoming league.
Yeah, I like the progress that they've made throughout the late stretch of this season. Might seem a little bit too late for the additions that they made, like Leo Benito, Cleveland Melvin, or the local Chichay Anante. But it's good progress to see, and we're getting a preview of what we might see next season. All the teams will get to know that, yeah, you can't. These guys aren't pushovers. You have to take them more seriously, and yeah, it's gonna be fun. Looking forward to these guys playing next season.
Very.
Yep. So we're playing today at Sipatum University Sports Complex as usual. This gymnasium is getting a lot of fans. And right now we have our courtside reporter ready for the pregame interviews. Let's hit the courtside.
I'm here with Pichok, Mono Vampires team manager. Sawadika, Pichok. On your last two games, you were in Singapore playing against Singapore Slingers, and you lost both games. How are you going to defend your home game today?
Okay. Mono Vampire, say hello to everyone. Mono Vampire, Sawadika. Yes, today is really hard game because we play with the Singapore Slinger. He's the top of the league. So they're really good to shoot 3-point and really good to fast break. So we have to stop them about fast break and 3-point, and we have to often ride a fast break like every game. And we hope today Cleveland Melvin will done the good job today. Okay.
Are there any players on Singapore Slingers that you're going to watch out for?
A lot of number 5, number 2, all of them.
The whole team. All right. Well, thank you so much, Coach, and best of luck. Thank you. ขอบคุณค่ะ. Please welcome Singapore Slingers Coach Leo. Hi, Coach. Nice to meet you. You've already won 13 games and only lost 3, which makes you the leading team in the ABL. And today is also a very important game to you. How prepared is your team for today?
Well, definitely every game is important for us because we need to get ourselves top of the table to remain to finish off on top. So we respect our opponent. Mono is a good team. It's tough for us to really beat, but we need to really come out and play.
Seeing as they change their players often, does that make you feel worried?
Well, I'm more worried about our team rather than them because so long they stick to our plan, I think we should be able to get this game.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Coach. Best of luck. Thank you. Now we'll go enjoy the game.
So we got some great interviews there from Penny as always, and she's wearing red to celebrate the Chinese New Year's. Just a reminder to everyone, Happy Chinese New Year's, Happy Lunar New Year, to the Vietnamese, Happy Vietnamese New Year's as well. So yeah, festive all around. Everyone's been enjoying the holidays, and what a way to end the Chinese New Year holidays with an ABL game here. As the manager of Mono mentioned, the Singapore Slingers, they're an all-around team. They have many players to watch out for. Wang Wei Long, last year's local MVP, he came up huge against the high-tech Bangkok City team. He almost shot their way into the win, but came up a little bit short. Xavier Alexander, as we mentioned, is a legitimate threat from almost everywhere on the court. Justin Howard has his claim for being the World Import MVP. It's just an all-around team. And a good point from Singapore Slingers coach as well, that they have to respect this team. Let's go to the player introductions.
Player number 5, Wang Wei Long. Player number 7, Wu Xin Day. Player number 8, Do Xin Huang. Player number 10, Wei Ming Lian. Player number 11, Rosalie Chrismore Salis. Player number 15, Alexander Olen. Player number 17, Nguyen Han Bin. Player number 23, Go Kok Xiang Dewin. And player number 55, Justin Howard. Head coach, Mr. Neo Beng Xiang. And assistant coach, Mr. Michael Johnson. And the player name of Mono Vampire Basketball Club. The first player number 3, Deo Rashide Kuatiwa. Player number 5, Awenido Leonides. Player number 9, One World Pairase Kira. Player number 12, Melvin Kipland. Player number 27, Natakan Mungbun. Player number 30, Biggie Anthony McCray. Player number 36, Sorot Sunton Siri. Player number 65, Big Tirawat Chantaton. Player number 69, Pam Darongpan Apirong Wilaishai. Player number 77, Pe Shitchai Ananti. Player number 91, Singh Chanachon Glahan. And player number 99, Batkung Kanat Samajai. A team manager, Mr. Abhishek Saiko. Head coach, Mr. Sunthorn Pong Mawinton. Assistant coach, Mr. Tongkia Singh Hosseini. And Mr. Shainalong Suntri Apai. And the referee for this game, referee Mr. Harahaf Ewin from Indonesia. Umpire 1, Mr. Sean Wai Siang, Malaysia. Umpire 2, Mr. Boma Dominic from Philippines. And Commissioner Mr. Patum Muangmi from Thailand. ลำดับต่อไปขอเชิญทุกท่านในที่นี้ยืนตรงเพื่อเคารพเพลงชาติ Please stand for national anthem.ขอเชิญนักกีฬาทำการสัมผัสมือและเราจะทำการวอร์มนะคะในอีก3นาทีด้วยกันเตรียมพบกับเกมการแข่งขันนะคะที่จับตาดูเลยนะคะว่าความไว
So we got to see the players from both teams there. It's going to be an interesting day for the Mono Vampires. This will probably be the first time since the New Year's that they haven't had any roster changes. So that consistency is certainly something that the Mono Vampires will have to get used to. but I think they have found a good combination of the players that they can actually use to be a force in this league. Singapore Slingers themselves going with the same lineups. Still lacking a bit of the size in the size department. They only have one legitimate local big in Delvin Go. And here's the starting lineup for the Mono Vampires. Cleveland Melvin, Anthony McLean, Chichai Ananti, and a surprise start here for Chanachon Glahan along with Ganan Samarjai. Chanachon Glahan usually comes off the bench as the captain of the Mono Vampires this game. Probably the coaching staff sees that they might want a size advantage, and they're going to start him off against the Slingers. As for the Singapore Slingers, they'll be starting Desmond O, Chris Rosales, Xavier Alexander, Delvin Go, and Justin Howard. So they themselves are going with a pretty big lineup, starting Delvin Go at the 4 spot, putting Xavier Alexander at the small forward, and starting Chris Rosales, who had a wonderful game, 20 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists last time. And that's going to be something to look forward to. The matchups are going to be pretty fun. And we're going to see Wang Weilong coming off the bench, his scoring prowess. Always a good scorer for the Singapore Slingers. What do you think about the matchups for today's game, Pete?
Very good matchup. I'm very excited to see this #1 standing team, Singapore Slingers, match up against, like I said, Mono Vampires with their new 41-point previous game, new import, Cleveland Melvin III. So let's see what Mono Vampires has for them. In fact, that would be the right thing for me to say. So here we go. The game's about to start. Get ready.
Singapore Slingers will be playing away from home for the first time since 20th December, actually, from last year. That was the game against the Malaysia Dragons. They have played a very long homestand. This will be the first game away. It's going to be a nice preview for the other playoffs team to see how the Singapore Slingers play away from home after their start to the season. Obviously, they went through a 10-game winning streak during that time before stopping only last week to the hands of the high-tech Bangkok City team. They've shown that they can dominate in this league, and they want to start dominating again here against the Mono Vampires. Both teams putting in some last-minute changes. Around the coaching staff, there's Coach Suntan Mowinton, Coach Joe of the Mono Vampires. His familiarity with the players have done a good part for this late season burst for the Mono Vampires. Let's see if they can succeed in getting their 4th win of the season. An interesting fact about Coach Neo Ban Singh, his contract with the Singapore Slingers has expired this year. There's no word yet on whether he will extend the contract yet or not, but that's something we're going to look forward to. Coach Neo Ban Singh has done obviously a good job with the Singapore Slingers. He's groomed them since the first season of the ABL up until the point in this season where they're standing in the first place and a legitimate shot at the ABL title.
I think he's done a very, very good job throughout the years. If you've been following the ABL for the past 3 or 4 seasons, Singapore Slingers weren't nearly as good as they are now, but they've kept the same team, the core team, and they've developed them, and now look at them now, they're the top standing.
That's a model that most ABL teams should try to follow. Seems to be a false start. It's going to be Mono Vampires getting a ball. An illegal jump ball by Justin Howard. The home crowds are fired up early in this game. The game hasn't even started yet. Here we go. Ganan Samarjai getting Desmond O'Pesky on him. Cleveland Melvin. There's the matchup between him and Alexander. Something to look forward to. Chichai Ananti passes it to Chanachon Glahan. Works it down low against Delvin Go. And unable to find a seam here. Ball gets to Ananti somehow.
Great cut. by Chichayananti.
Yep, still continues to scoring. The ABL rookie has only played in 3 games this season for the Mono Vampires, where he's played a huge part in each and every game. Chris Rosales sinks it from mid-range. He is a really, really good player. Old school type of player, hits those mid-range shots. Just looks calm every time he's on the court.
Great defender as well, may I add.
Yes. Mono Vampires still struggling. Cleveland Melvin trying to juke Xavier Alexander, fade back, mid-range shot, doesn't make it. And the Singapore Slingers get the ball. The Slingers trying to pick out the defense of the Mono Vampires. Desmond O gets the Delvin Go. Go has a size advantage there on Chanachon, trying to bang him down. Nice inside move there. What do you think about this kid, Delvin Go, Pete?
Oh man, did you just see what he was doing? He was moving Glahan down to the rim.
Yeah.
Quite a big kid here for a local player. Yeah. Standing what, like 6'8"?
Yep.
And he's young as well. Has a long opportunity in this league.
Yeah. As you mentioned earlier, if you've been watching the past ABL season, this is a guy whose improvement has been really
incredible,
visible. You can just see it from a fringe bench player. Now he's starting forward for the team. His performance with the national team has always been good. Just a really good player, and his improvement is going to be something to look forward to. The Mono Vampires facing the half-court press of the Singapore Slingers. Got on Samurai, trying to break in. And he barely does. The ball trickles off the edge of the rim.
That was a good move, barely missed it.
Yes. Chanachon Glahan with a foul on the loose ball. Delvin Go is going to inbound it on the other side. Singapore Slingers doing a good job defensively. See if they can find their way on the offense as well. And 2 possessions, scored twice. Xavier Alexander looks a bit thicker than Cleveland Melvin. Unable to finish there. The Vampires trying to speed things up. Gets McLean down low, but a foul is called first on Justin Howard. Justin Howard has slowed down a bit after his fiery start to the season, but he's still a legitimate competitor for the World Import MVP award. That's something to look forward to. And Samurai dribbles off the foot of Glahan. A bad turnover there, and the Singapore Slingers get another chance. Rosales dribbling around, down low. Desmond O sinks a 3. You know it's a good day for the Singapore Slingers when Desmond O starts taking those long-range shots. Not really much of a shooter, but sometimes he can hit those big shots as well.
Long 2 for Anthony McLean, not a very familiar one.
Well, the Vampires playing out of this spot, but Chris Rosales. Crisscross Rosales with the 2, with the hand in his face.
Almost cookies there.
About the defense that you mentioned earlier, Chris Rosales is an underrated defender.
Chris Rosales feeling very comfortable, not shy at all.
Yes.
Can't leave him open, he's gonna pull it.
So the Mono Vampires take a quick timeout to talk things over. Their offense needs to tune up a little bit. Singapore Slingers looking comfortable in the offensive set. Chris Rosales has been playing really well throughout the entire ABL season, but he hasn't had an exactly explosive performance when you compare it to the other ASEAN imports. So that kind of sparked a discussion among some of the my friends that who should be the ASEAN import MVP of this year? Who would be your pick, Pete?
You know, speaking of that, I think, I don't know exactly. I haven't really been seeing the stats. I mean, you might know the stats better than me. But from looking from the outside, watching the games, I think Ruben Dasom of High Tech Bangkok City has been doing quite well. Showed a lot of improvements, hits a lot of big shots this season.
That's true.
I think this season has been his best season yet.
That's true.
He showed quite a bit of improvement. I think, you know, a lot of fact has to do with his training coach, Mr. Jimmy Jackson. He's been training with. He's a 68-year-old American who trains a lot of athletes in Thailand, such as Anuma on the tennis national team. I'm sorry, volleyball. Why did I say tennis? That's McLean. It almost gets a steal here. Coach Jimmy Jackson's been training a lot of high-level athletes in Thailand here, so it's been showing to work. So in my opinion, I think Ruben Dasom.
Solid choice.
How's his stats been?
He's been really getting really better over the past few games. He's hit the 10-point average mark since New Year's. So yeah, it's a really good choice as well. Singapore Slingers coming out empty, but gets the offensive rebound. Justin Howard puts it back in. Motor Vampires pushing up the pressure on defense, but unable to stop that. Even Melvin, nice pass to Chichai. Drops in the big shot.
Great shot.
Good poise there with the hand rushing into his face. Still able to drop the bank shot. Singapore Slingers up by 5. Mondo Vampires need to find a way to stop this offense first before worrying about their own offense. Rosales again with the mid-range shot. This time he misses, but another tap-in offensive rebound by Delvin Go. His hustle has been crucial early on here. Desmond O gets it to Justin Howard down low. He has a deadly mid-range shot as well, as he shows there.
He has improved that mid-range shot so much from what I've seen from the previous season.
Yeah, you would know. You've seen him play around this area a lot.
Yeah. I was actually the first guy to bring him into Thailand, to this region actually. So I like to say Justin Howard has improved tremendously.
Chris Rosales aces another layup. Beautiful move. He's someone that really doesn't waste a lot of movement when he plays. Just plays it nice and easy. Summer Jai loses the ball.
Going back to the local MVP, you know, I would say Summer Jai would be on the list, but I guess he just exploded towards the end of the season, so I can't really put him in that list.
His performance has been up and down. There's a layup there by Xavier Alexander.
Who else is on the list, TK? For local MVP?
I think, of course, Wong Wei Long.
Yeah,
He's been playing really well. Wu Ching Dae playing really well as well for the Singapore Slingers. Those guys are playing a lot. And there's the Vietnamese number 9, Min Chiu Han, who's been playing really well as a three-point shooter. This guy.
Chichai Anante.
He's been only playing for 4 games, but he's making a case to put his name on that list as well.
Went from rookie to starter overnight.
Really feel good story.
Delvin Go.
A lot of guys might be hearing that we're not saying their names for the local list. And Delvin Go shows maybe he needs to be on there as well.
Delvin Go, I really like this kid. He's shown tremendous improvement throughout the seasons, and with his weight and size, with his physicality, he has a long future in the ABL. And he could very well be an ASEAN import for local leagues in the region as well.
That would be really funny. Singapore doesn't have that much of a local league to develop their players around, but if these players can get more exposure, that would be really good for basketball in the region as a whole. Singapore Slingers quietly built up the lead to 20-8. Getting on the fast break, Desmond O, easy layup.
And you know what, it brings me to the topic of the Singapore Slingers coaches. They must have been watching videos, because they have this full court press on since the bell rang.
Yeah.
And it has been working.
It's been working. They know that the Mono Vampires have struggled with turning the ball over. Their point guards are a bit inconsistent, as you see that they've already subbed out Kanat Samarjai for Natakan Mungbun. So that's a problem that they have to fix. They tried sliding in for them Baguio to do with that, but the game didn't really process as they would expect to do. Nice move there. Yeah, nice move there by Chanachan Klahan to get the basket. But yeah, the Singapore Slingers staff coach are really talented. Michael Johnson, he's been in the basketball industry for years. He knows a lot of people, knows how it works.
Xavier for three, no good.
No good, but another offensive rebound of the Slingers. They have to stop that as well. Justin Howard gets McLean in the air, tried to draw the foul. Didn't quite get up. Gonzalez finds some good defense on him. Foul called. Traveling violation called, actually. So the Mono Vampires finally get a defensive stop on the Singapore Slingers. The lead has expanded out to 12 points. But it's still early. The Vampires got plenty of basketball to come back in here. Cleveland Melvin has been really quiet. Here's Anthony McLean trying to break it down. It doesn't hurt. Nice spin move by the big man. Showing good footwork in the post there. Alexander straight takes it in the post against Cleveland Melvin. So 3-point play.
Cleveland Melvin with
long power move. Gets the basket and the foul.
I don't know, it's a 50-50 call. Check out the replay.
Alexander completes the 3-point play. We're going to see Wong Wei Long coming in for Desmond O. Adding a bit more offensive firepower. Mungbun takes it all the way in. Almost a good pass to Anthony McLean. The ball is turned over again. Justin Howard running the floor. And the
McLean earlier not sealing his player. That's the reason why he couldn't get that ball. Would have sealed, would have got a bat.
Foul drawn on Chichai Anante. Again, we see here the same problem that the Mono Vampires have been facing. We saw Justin Howard run the entire floor. Anthony McLean had yet to make way to the half-court line yet already. If the Slingers and the Vampires keep running like this, it's going to be hard to break into that lead.
Justin Howard with 2 finesse free throws, both splashes.
So a 15-point lead here. Cleveland Melvin trying to break down another mid-range shot. 6 again this time. Melvin has been finding it harder to score in the Singapore Slingers than the MX2 Kings. Chris Gonzalez trying to break it down to China. Long defender. Way long on Natakan Mungbun. Nice pickup steal. Passes it to Melvin. Nice layup by Melvin on the fast break.
Very athletic player, Melvin is.
Driving onto the left side and reaches back on right. Chris Gonzalez telling his teammates to slow down, set something up. Green there, but doesn't take it. Again, Rosales with a drive. Barely misses it out. The refs seem to be calling it Singapore Slingers ball. To the dismay of the fans at the court. Justin Howard passing it around way long. Alexander. Moto Vampires leaving him wide open. That's a pretty solid game plan. Xavier Alexander, not the best three-point shooter in the world. Cleveland Melvin trying to break down Alexander. Again, Justin Howard eats him up. Hustle to get that ball back. Melvin from the corner. Misses the 3. Doesn't go with the rebound. Even Melvin shot 5 for 7 from 3-point range in the last game. Hasn't yet to replicate that 3-point marksmanship here. Alexander making his way, passing the ball around, way long for 3.
Really good ball movement for the Slingers.
Good ball movement, good offensive rebounding. to have stepped on the line during that break move. The Vampires bringing the ball up to the court. Unable to find a solid offensive strategy yet. Melvin, 4 seconds left on the clock. Does he realize it? Chicha and Ante. No, they don't get the shot off before the buzzer sounds at the end of the first quarter. Singapore Slingers firing on offense with the 11-point lead, 27-16. Mono Vampires will have to figure out something on their offense, get through that Singapore Slingers defense to make it a closer game than this. We'll see what happens in the second quarter when we come back. So both teams making their way back onto the court. We're going to see an early substitution for the young big man, Tirawat Jantachan. The young kid named Big. Surprisingly early entry for him. Let's see if he can do some damage.
Should be a good matchup for Delvin Go, but see Delvin Go is not in the game at the moment.
Yeah, Delvin Go substituted for Wu Qingde, the sharpshooter.
Justin Howard,
nice
with
defense,
the hustle.
But the ball is out. 12 seconds left on the shot clock for the Mono Vampires. Still pressing the full court defense for the Singapore Slingers. They are not letting an inch in this game. Natakan Mongbun struggling to get the ball in. Cleveland Melvin finds a lot of red shirts. Tirwa Jandajan, that's beautiful. What a run by the big man. What a layup. Just shows you what the kid can do. He deserves more playing time, in my honest opinion.
I totally agree.
Okay, the Slingers with another turnover. Cleveland Melvin running for a nice pass to McLean.
Watch your head!
Howard Jan there. The Mono Vampires with a 4-0 run out of the timeout. The Singapore Slingers led off 2 fast break points for the Mono Vampires. 4-0 run to start the second quarter. Good call by Neo Banseng to call the timeout, get his team regrouped. I wouldn't say there was much of a concern, but
you know, we've seen before Mono Vampires can go on a run. So
Sure.
definitely a good timeout for
Yeah.
Coach Leo there.
Just to get everyone on the same page. Also, we've seen in attendance here is Coach Ariel Vengarja and Assistant Coach Shogi Khan of the KO Dragons. They'll be playing a later game in Bangkok here as well against the high-tech Bangkok City team. Another good matchup. Right now, we're going to see the Singapore Slingers break down the Mono Vampires defense. Xavier Alexander making his way
Good
in.
defense. It was a foul though.
Seems to be a foul. A foul on the shot, actually.
Yeah. That's a good contest. Number 65, you know, the local player named Big.
Just kept his feet moving, got his hands up. Forced a difficult shot out of Xavier Alexander. Unfortunately, a foul called. Xavier Alexander misses the free throw. See if he can make his second one. Alexander makes them pay for one of those points. 28-20 lead for the Singapore Slingers. Mono Vampires trying to rush it up court. What a pressuring defense here we're seeing from the Singapore Slingers. Quick to switch on those screens. The defense of the Slingers are really pressuring out.
Cleveland Melvin from downtown.
With the defense all over him. The Slingers played good defense there. Just better offense from Cleveland Melvin. Pushing there. Trying to set something up. Gets Alexander in the post. Alexander gets out to Waylong for three. Doesn't make it this time. Waylong has missed two of his three-point shots. Cleveland Melvin running into a lot of defense. Chichayanante sloppy setting up here. Melvin with a mid-range shot. Can't hit it this time.
Chris Rosales, high speed.
Nice run. That seems like a block for Natakan Mungbun. Foul called on Chichayanante. Chris Rosales draws that. Foul on the floor. Singapore Slingers gonna inbound the ball. Chris Rosales is going to take a seat, bringing back in Desmond O, the tenacious defender. Passes to Xavier Alexander, trying to work in the post. Good defense by Cleveland Melvin. Passes to Alexander again, step back. The Vampires playing very good defense right now. And a foul called, loose ball foul on Natakar Mungbun. Should have tried to block him out, was a little bit too slow. Bumped the Singapore Slinger offensive player out of bounds. But that was a really good defensive sequence we saw from the Mono Vampires. Let's see if they can keep it up without fouling. And they get another shot here. 14 seconds left for the Singapore Slingers. Xavier Alexander still with Cleveland Melvin on here. Tries to break it down. Now he has into the play. Justin Howard with the mismatch.
Too big.
Nice pick and roll offense there. Got the mismatch from Justin Howard on Cleveland Melvin. Easy points.
Ooh.
Melvin trying to break it down. Xavier Alexander almost lost a footing there.
Lane.
Wade tries to big up Justin Howard. Nice hook shot from the left side. Showing both finesse and strength in the first half of the game here. 5-point lead for the Singapore Slingers. The Mono Vampires are cutting down in. Way long. Another pick and roll action. Justin Howard, mid-range shot. Misses this time. Melvin with a big rebound. Melvin doing a lot for the Mono Vampires. Kirawat tries to fade away. This is that shot. Anthony McLean trying to get back. Way long for three. Misses again. Oh, fakes the shot. Gets it to way long. Slingers are just passing back and forth. Long with another deep shot, and he makes it this time.
Flash. Well, you know, that's an example of execution. If you don't get it, bring it back out, run it back again.
Yep.
Great job by Slingers.
Good defense, but the Slingers have been doing better on offense. Lead is back up to 8 points. Turnover on the pass to the post.
And
Justin Howard finishes.
Justin Howard, 55, the veteran.
Just a strong layup there. He had Nathakai Mungboon holding on to his arm. Mungboon collects his second foul.
And that's where Mono Vampires lack is transition defense, as we said before.
Yes, sir. The Vampires will be going through the third point guard of the game, Sorat Sultansiri. And if you're wondering, Froylan Bagyat is not going to be here for this game. Seems like he has some family issues to deal with. That's something that his patience and calmness might be something that the Vampires will be missing.
And we wish Florian Bagyon's family good health and take care.
Lead is back up to 11 points for the Vampires. Got to figure something out here. On both sides of the field, Cleveland Melvin. Another deep mid-range shot.
Cleveland Melvin with a series of moves on Xavier Alexander.
He's showing that he can really shoot.
Long way long, Delvin Go, Desmond O.
Good ball movement here by the Slingers. Just trying to find a good movement. Delvin Go down low, unable to make it. Good offensive rebound.
Long way long for three, no good.
Desmond O with a loose ball foul.
You're looking at the face of the offensive strength of the Mono Vampires right now. Cleveland Melvin.
Been doing everything right now. Hitting long range shots, hitting the fast breaks, rebounding. You name it, Cleveland Melvin is doing it.
Playing point forward right now.
Sorot gets blocked by Justin Howard. A little bit too quick on the offense there.
Way long. Out to Desmond O.
Drives. Goes all the way. Finds too many white sharks. And another good defensive possession there by the Mono Vampires. Got to stop them. Sorot's going to try to break the full court press. Running to a double team there. Almost turns the ball over. Roderick with a quick trigger. Misses the three, but gets his own offensive rebound. And another quick trigger. And misses again. Singapore Slingers. Got some rest on that defensive possession. Calmly setting up Justin Howard in the post. Mid-range shot. Unable to finish. Offensive on both teams stalling, except nope, Cleveland Melvin doesn't make a shot. Both teams running into a wall here. Finally says, let's set something up.
Way long. Make a long shot. Good. Splash.
The three-point assassin for the Singapore Slingers. One of their best three-point shooters, makes his second tray of the game. Gets you up, turns the ball over. Been struggling in this early stage of the game, but a lot of contact there. No whistles called.
Justin Howard, so active.
We saw there 4 Singapore Slingers on the offense and only actually correct that. We saw 3 Singapore Slingers running the fast break, and the Mono Vampires only had Sorot Suntan Siri there to try to defend the two imports that was rushing up. Again, same old problems, fast break, transition defense for the Mono Vampires. While they've upgraded a lot of their team, that is an area that they have yet to figure out. But it's all a team effort, no one is the culprit. The front court players have got to stop the opening fast break pass. And the other guys have just got to rush back down and stop the finishing plays. Two minutes, 47 seconds left in the first half of the game here. Singapore Slingers have expanded the lead a little bit now to 14 points. Mono Vampires struggling on turnovers and fast break defense. This guy has been keeping it close. Cleveland Melvin gets in the double team. Wild pass to Sun Siri. Struggling to find it. Sun Siri, wild shot. Cleveland Melvin with the offensive rebound somehow, but foul is called. Loose ball foul on Cleveland and Melvin.
It was a foul? I thought that was a shot clock violation, yes.
My bad. Shot clock violation on the Mono Vampires. Unable to find a seat.
You see the difference between Singapore Slingers and Mono Vampires now. You can see the ball movement for the Slingers. It's just so fluid. Good block by Teo Rutt, but Justin Howard cleans it up.
Offensive rebounding of the Slingers has also been a point of emphasis.
You know, that's another factor for the difference between these two is the ball movement and the defense, the transition defense.
Yep.
You know, Anthony McLean has to do a better job getting back on defense because Justin Howard is just blasting by him.
Some of the little things that you can't overlook. It's just running back down on the other side of the court, but it can affect the game a lot. Nice pass by Melvin to McLean, can't finish. Singapore Slingers end up with the ball again on the fast break. Justin Howard with a fake trailer.
Melvin go for three, splash!
Esmond, with another three-point shot. He was perfect.
And a steal for Justin Howard.
Everything's just
Rosales,
breaking down.
Howard, and one. Nope.
Almost an and one there for Sorotsun Tansiri. Another turnover for the Vampires. They're just struggling from everywhere. Singapore Slingers get a chance to expand the lead to 20 points with this trip to the free throw line.
And from the previous play there, you could tell they practiced their full court press, you know. And they're really, really familiar with it, at least, Singapore Slingers.
That's going to be one of their strategies heading into the playoffs. So for the high-tech Bangkok City KL Dragons and Saigon, need to take note of this defense. Figure out a way to break it before you play them. 8-second violation, another turnover by the Mono Vampires. They're just struggling everywhere.
And you know, this is where the coach has to come in and realize that they can't get over the half-court mark. They got to put in more guards, more ball handlers.
Something's got to change.
And there you go. He read my mind.
There you go. Got a summer job.
You know, as good as a shooter as Rutdek Rotiwai is, he's not a ball handler. And at this point, you're down almost 20. Yep. You got to put in ball handlers that can get through at least half court. Don't expect Anthony McLean or though Cleveland Melvin can dribble, shouldn't be doing it too much.
Yes, sir.
Especially when you're relying him to guard, you know, Alexander and to also run the floor and to be able to score for them, you gotta give him some slack.
That's a lot of pressure to put on one player.
Exactly.
Desmond O here gets on the line. This is his first shot. 1 minute left in the first half. The Singapore Slingers have blown away. It's a 21-point lead. Desmond O makes it 22. The Vampires have a couple of shots left here in the first half. Still trying to break the half-court defense. Again with a turnover. That's 3 straight already.
Watch yourself.
Oh. Alexander fouled by Soratsun Tonsiri. It's a vicious cycle now. Turnover, fast break, foul, free throws, all over again. Alexander misses the first free throw. It's not a really good free throw shooter. Aside from that, he's really much of a complete player. High school teammates with Blake Griffin, actually. Xavier Alexander almost played together in college. Anthony McLean breaks away for the fast break. Gets 2 points to stop the bleeding. But they have to figure out the defense as well. Gonzalez breaks down 2 guys. Down low, nice pass to Alexander with the backhand drop. So the Mono Vampires still struggling to stop the Singapore Slingers from scoring. Cleveland Melvin finally get the ball off the court. 10 seconds left on the clock. Misses wildly. Singapore Slingers on the fast break. Alexander gets Soran on the post up. Cleveland Melvin with the block, but the refs call a foul, it seems.
Xavier Alexander, just a handful inside and out.
From the replay, it seems like Cleveland Melvin did get all ball, but there's contact on the lower body. Yes, you can fall foul for that. Alexander tries to finish off the second half with 2 more points. 24-point lead. Singapore Slingers could go up by 25 with the shot. Xavier Alexander all alone, and he ices it. So the first half comes to a close. The Singapore Slingers have a 25-point lead, 54-29. It's been a problem of turnovers and transition defense for the Singapore Slingers. For the Mono Vampires, can they figure out during this halftime break? We'll see when we come back.
Young Kwek. I'm 10. I'm 6'2", and I play the forward position for the Singapore Slingers.
Basketball is something that I love since I was young. This journey has started when I was 9. I started off playing just right under the block, where it's near my house, and that's all I could do. So my mom, she used to tell me, you can go nowhere but the basketball court because it's somewhere that she can see me right from our house. But I mean, as it went by, I grew and loved the sport more than just because I can be in there. And this journey has been fun, especially with ABL now. I've been all around the globe, so Southeast Asia has been always a great place to be in. Yeah, so I mean, I'm enjoying the whole process right now. I play as power forward most of the time, but I do play small forward one every now and then. For me, I love the short corner. So every time when I play the power forward, actually you can see me hiding at the short corner getting ready to hit my jump shot. But for my game, I think I'm pretty old man game. Where I just set picks, just do whatever the team needs me to do. I think I can make some spectacular plays every now and then, but for me, all I do is that I just want to do whatever I can to help the team. So my game and the whole team calls me old man, because the way I play is really like an old man. I think it would have to be Matthew Wright from the KL Dragons, number 7. I still remember one play where I think we were up 6, and then I went to help in the paint, and then we kicked the ball up to him, and he just shoot the ball, and he hit 3. So that play I think changed the whole game for him and for the team. And before the game, I already knew that he was a shooter. So when I ran out, the first thing I was like, don't make it in front of my face, and he hit 3. So I was like, this is really a great player because he has not shot a ball for the whole of the quarter, and then just came in and just light it up, and then just makes all the shots. So he's been one guy pretty hard to chase around because he's such a good shooter. I have to stay really close to him, and he has pretty good handles and ability to attack to the rim. So I'm still learning. Sometimes I watch his clips to see how I can improve myself from watching the way he plays, and then defensively, how do I improve myself. For the ABL, definitely the imports are someone that brings in something new to the team. For me, I learned a lot from Xavier, Chris, Justin from our team. Sometimes they just have things that we have learned, but we don't know how to use it. And sometimes they bring in new things and new ideas and teach us new stuff, just every now and then. The thing about them is that they raise the level of competition because of their ability on and off the court. And then for Mono, they have been playing well so far, although just with 2 imports. They play great basketball, and their locals have gotten a lot of playing time, and I think that's a good thing for the talent players that are playing Mono, because they get to compete against all the Americans out there, and then they get the exposure in the ABL to play. And for us, we only have one ASEAN import, which is Chris, so they also give us another opportunity to be on the court, and then really for us to get a chance to improve ourselves and then try to compete every now and then against the Americans, and I think it's a great opportunity so far. Oh, it's a really, really tough question. If I have to say in terms of the basketball intensity and the fans and the people, I think it would have to be the Philippines. They are known for basketball. They are a basketball country. When talk about basketball, they have great things to talk about. But if I would have to choose in terms of food, which is something that I love, I would choose the Thailand. Yeah, Thailand, where all the good food is. Food like pad thai, the braised pork, all that stuff. Yeah. Stadium. For me, every single day that I'm looking forward is to compete with the other countries out there. For me, because I've learned so much through this whole season, although it's just started, it's been so much of an exposure for me, especially with the minutes that I have, and it's something that I'm looking forward every day, just to go out there to battle all other ASEAN players.
Difference in this game, the full court press of the Singapore Slingers have been doing a lot of damage. Obviously, Coach AV, who is in the stands, will be taking a lot of pointers for the KO Dragons. I'm sure the High-Tech Bangkok City team and the Saigon Heat team are also watching from their monitors. Shout out to all the teams in the ABL. They've been playing a really entertaining season in this season. No one's been breaking away or completely been a pushover.
As you look here on the huddle of the Singapore Slingers, we're here sitting close to the huddle of the Mono Vampires. Surprised here that Leo Avenido hasn't gotten in the game yet.
Exactly.
With such a lead from the Singapore Slingers right now, I would imagine they'd want to put in more of a ball handling and also of an offensive threat that Leo Avenido is, both penetration and outer ring qualified player.
A veteran as well. And there he is. Once you say something,
you know, that's so funny.
Once you say something, it seems like the Mono Vampires are going to do it immediately. Maybe they have this mic line tapped up as well. It's kind of
it happens quite often. It's kind of freaky, isn't it, TK?
Yeah, kind of like the NFL. They have some audio tape tapped up, checking all of our movements. But here's the start of the second half. The Singapore Slingers started off. Chris Rosales has Nantakarn Mumbun on him. Delvin Go has Chanachon Glahan. Xavier Alexander still going up against Cleveland Melvin. Bit of a switch there. Alexander driving. Nice pass to Go. Goes the other way. Nice under basket shot there with the patience.
And in that situation, you know, Glahan's going to do a better job guarding Xavier Alexander there. He just walked by them. Yeah. And that's unacceptable.
Melvin misses the shot. McLean doesn't grab the rebound, but the ball is tapped away by the Slingers. Mono Vampires get to inbound the ball with 12 seconds left on the shot clock. Melvin looking to inbound the ball to someone. Finds Cleveland Melvin. Alexander doing his best to contain the scorer. Nice pass to Glahan. Tries to drop it. And there's the shot clock violation. Mono Vampires unable to get a shot off at the rim. Another strong defensive stance from the Singapore Slingers. Mono Vampires have yet to figure it out.
I'm not sure about bringing in number 91 against this Singapore Slingers team here. He's a little bit undersized, power forward, standing 6'4", going against a 6'8" Delvin Go, and way too slow to guard Xavier Alexander.
And he's also not a very good option to break the press as well. Not your most solid ball handler compared to what you have on the bench.
Not to mention he's not an offense player almost at all. No offense.
So the Mono Vampires going to try to figure something out. Cleveland Melvin has the mismatch. And they see it, tries to break it down. Chris Rosales with some in-your-face defense. McLean inside, tries to throw it on Justin Howard. Unable to finish the jam. Anthony McLean just struggling. Singapore Slingers get the ball. Mono Vampires pressuring up a little bit higher than usual. The Vampires though seemingly straight up man-to-man full court rather than the full court press by the Singapore Slingers.
Justin Howard just everywhere.
Tried to get that offensive rebound, almost hit. Avenida over three, can't hit. Cleveland Melvin trying to finish off. It takes 2 offensive rebounds to get that.
Yeah, count that as rebounds and points.
Alexander, nice pass off to Howard, who sinks it calmly. Singapore Slingers just playing it easy on offense. It's quietly a 30-point lead right now.
Justin Howard just, I would call the heart of the Singapore Slingers. Just both ends. He gets back the defense faster than McLean and gets forward to offense faster than McLean.
Yeah.
And that's where his double-double in the first half comes in, and it's not very surprising. And that's where you, and also the full court pressure of the Singapore Slingers it explains the reason why Anthony McLean only had 1 rebound in the first half.
Sure.
Because the ball never even got to the rim.
True. Go Anthony McLean, misses the free throw. Still a 30-point lead.
We still have yet to see Pyrat Sektira, who is usually the 6th man coming off the bench for Mono Vampires. Chris Rosales, crossover, pull up, almost money.
Rosales with some nifty handles, unable to finish the mid-range shot. Pressure defense by the
Cleveland Melvin with his head over the rim.
That was a nice backdoor cut. Leo Avenito saw it, gave him the ball. Cleveland Melvin finishes it easily.
Desmond
losing his touch from 3-point range. Leo Avenito with a nice try.
Chris Rosales wasn't aware of Chanachon Gahan there.
Some nice defensive play. They get the ball as the ball rolls off Rosales. He's going to be substituted by Wong Wei Long. Luchide coming in as well for Desmond O.
The quick substitution of the Slingers shows you how deep and how well their bench players can play.
Yep, they can really go legitimately 8 players deep. 8 quality players deep too. Leo Avenito trying to work on Chingde.
Great move by the veteran Leo Avenito.
2 points by Avenito on Wu Chingde.
The depth of the Slingers, in my opinion, is what, of course, with the great complement of these 2 imports, Alexander and Howard, as number 7, the Slingers pops a 3 in Avenito's face.
Chingde drops a 3 and almost loses the ball. Avenito tries to break in again, blocked by Delvin Go. Way long on the fast break. He has another guy boom backpedaling, pulls up for 3. Misses on the front rim, and Cleveland Melvin with the rebound.
Going back to the topic of the depth of the Slingers, they can sub in and out, no player is tired, and all the locals can do the same as the starters.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why they're in the #1 seed right now. Their guards are just fantastic.
True. Coaches put a lot of confidence in all of their guards, Desmond O, Wong Wei Long. And when the coaches are confident in your play, they play confidently. Avenito substituted out, bringing in Radek Kratira. Singapore Slingers running their offense with Alexander drives in with the lane, tries to find the open guy, doesn't go. Nice ball rotation. Once again, wide open three for Wu Qing there. Misses this time, but another offensive rebound. It just goes on and on for the Singapore Slingers here. Okay, gets Xavier Alexander for two. Finally, Cleveland Melvin ends the offensive possession. Chana Chon with a wide layup. And he makes it. Lead is down to 27. The Mono Vampires struggling to find a good offensive run. It has to start with the defense. Delvin goal, the seismic dress, nice move. Unable to finish. Looked hesitant between the dunk and the layup. And gets blocked there. Nice backdoor cut. Cleveland Melvin
with the reverse. Show me more, Cleveland.
That was a nice set play. Anthony McLean with the high post. Cleveland Melvin with a backdoor cut. Easy finish. Easy jam. So Anthony McLean there with the peanut butter. Cleveland Melvin with the jam. That was a nice combination from the two. Cleveland Melvin just made that look easier than it actually is to be jumping away from the basket and still throw it down. His athleticism is really on another level. It's just a pleasure to watch him, but we need to see more from the supporting cast of the Mono Vampires should they still want to win this game.
It's too bad we didn't get to see Cleveland Melvin since the start of the season. It might have been a good matchup to see him and Lenny Daniel as well.
But we're going to see one of those matchups. The Saigon Heat will be visiting the Mono Vampires on the 13th.
All right.
It's going to be a wonderful matchup. Dunk Fest.
Yep. That's what I like to see, Dunk Fest.
Slingers still moving the ball around pretty well. Xavier Alexander somehow gets his way to the basket. Doesn't finish the shot though, but clever movement. It's not only the passing for the Singapore Slingers that have made their ball rotation really well. The off-ball movements by all of their players. Everyone knows where they should be and when they should move. It's really good offensive strategy all around. That time, bad pass. Not the guy moving. Cleveland Melvin goes almost all the way. Wu Qing Dae called for the unsportsmanlike foul.
It's I believe that would be in FIBA. It's the same. It would be unsportsmanlike foul. Maybe in the NBA it would be what? When the first
one, I guess.
It would be a clear path foul because he's the first one out.
Probably.
Out the hole and can't foul like that.
Melvin drops one. The Vampires get to inbound the ball. The ball, difficult pass there. That's long way long on him. Gets Anthony McLean. A bit too far from the post there. He's at the three-point line. That's not his spot, obviously. Retiwa gets Wu Qing Dae. Creates some space. Off the mark again. And a lost possession for the Mono Vampires. Singapore Slingers get the ball. Break it up. 24-point lead right now. Wu Qing Dae moving his way inside. Comes back out.
Way long.
Way long. Has 2 defenders on him. Passes all the way around. Wide open by Wu Ching-dae. Can't make the shot. But once again, the Singapore Slingers get a wide open shot just by passing and moving around really well. Just their way of creating good shots. Cleveland Melvin. Pass goes wild. Natakan Mungbun is fouled. It seems to be on number 7, Wu Ching-dae. Ching-dae is going to be substituted by Chris Rosales.
Solid minutes for Ching-dae. Plays a good 3 position for them. Can shoot the long ball.
Scrappy player. Good offensive rebound as well. Nice try for a pass, but Chanachon Glahan wasn't ready. Another turnover by the Motor Vampires. Pretty brutal. Rosales drops the Delvin goal. Size advantage for the big man. Wei Long gets inside somehow. Drops the layup.
Poor defense by the front line of the Mono Vampires there.
No one was stopping him right then. Anthony McLean, too much emphasis, misses the dunk. Singapore Slingers on the break. 4 guys. And Chris Rosales finishes it.
Could have been and one there too.
So, but Anthony McLean getting a bit too emotional there. And another turnover by the Mono Vampires. Chris Rosales passes with Alexander. Glides in for the layup. Lead is back up to 30. Singapore Slingers flexing their defense. Tries the floater, misses. Rosales passing it up. They're in cruise control now. 1 minute left in the third quarter. 30-point lead, 70-40. Delvin Go gets Chanachon Glahan, who just lets him get his way. That was an inspiring defensive.
Too easy.
Too easy. Glahan seemed to be daring Delvin Go to take the shot. Delvin didn't want anything of it and just banged his way down low. Coach Neo Bansing goes deeper into his rotation as he brings in Eung Han Bin. A small forward. Can shoot the 3. Good defensive player. Kurtiwa for 3. Still off the block. Cleveland Melvin, offensive rebound, 2-point shot. Cleveland Melvin carrying all of the load for the Mono Vampires. Very long for 3. Misses. Another offensive rebound. Xavier Alexander just working alone. 5 seconds left. Ananti gets the tip in by Anthony McLean.
I know, and it seems like the only player who's playing really hard on Mono Vampires right now, or may I say 2 players, be Cleveland Melvin and Chichai Ananti, who always has that first gear, second gear, third gear the same. And you know, this is where the coach has to come in and put in some energy. You know, you got 1 more full quarter.
So we're about to start the fourth quarter. The Singapore Slingers have blown away. 30-point lead, 74-44. They've been pretty much consistent with their scoring, 27, 27, and 20 in the past 3 quarters. But what's been really impressive has been their defense. They've held the Mono Vampires to only 16, 13, and 15. Story has been the turnovers. They've been pressuring the ball out of the Mono Vampire guards, and they've been finishing on the fast break. It's been a vicious cycle. Turnover, fast break, fouls.
And I think they heard what I said earlier. I want to see some energy players for the Mono Vampires come out. So here you go. Number 99, Ganat Samarjai, and 69, Apiro Midachai.
Strong player trying to get Chris Rosales.
With, of course, Chitchai Nancy.
The Vampires draw first blood in the fourth quarter. Chris Rosales has Ganat Samarjai pesting him. Nice hang time. Han Bin for 3, misses. And the Singapore Slingers lose out this possession. Well, the Vampires still getting hounded by the Singapore Slingers. Still a full court press. Singapore Slingers obviously perfecting this full court press for the playoffs. Didn't get much playing time. Ananti with a floater, misses it. Howard runs up. 4 red shirts, 3 white. Unbin for 3. Short again. Passes the ball around. Get Howard down low. Nice move. Wayne gets the rebound. More the Vampires pushing the pace. Ananti for 3. Been off range a little bit recently. Aggressive defense there by the Mono Vampires. You've got to love the pace that they're trying to start. But is it a little bit too late in the fourth quarter already?
Well, you know, this is a lesson for the Mono Vampires that I think the coaching staff, the coaches, it's very important who they pick to be the coach. And I'm not sure, like I said last time, if the non-fluent English coaches will be good enough for this level of basketball.
True. And the development, obviously, as you've seen, we can do with a local coach like the Singapore Slingers do. Chitchai Ananti, an acrobatic alley-oop layup, draws a foul as well. But as I just was about to say, the Singapore Slingers can do with a local coach, Nioban saying. You can do that with a head coach, and you can have an assistant head coach as Michael Johnson to back him up. The foreigners, like the Americans, they obviously know how to run the game, run the team. Something that the Mono Vampires might look forward to investing on into next season.
You know, TK, I'm not saying that the coaches on Mono Vampires aren't qualified. What I'm trying to say is, you know, as us Thais know, in Thailand there's a lot of seniority, and you know, a lot of these players were brought up and taught by these Thai coaches, so there's this feeling of respect that certain coaches have to play certain players, and this is a fact. And you know, and at this level of basketball where there's 4 imports on the floor per team, typically for most teams, there should be no favoritism and none of that around. And that's the reason why, you know, a team like High Tech Bangkok City, they have Coach Jing Ruiz, who used to be unfamiliar with Thai players until he came here, and know who to play, as Chitchai Nanti puts out a nice floater.
Trying to will his team back into the game. 27-point lead. They're going to need some more defense to get back in here, though. Justin Howard fakes McLean. Can't drop left. Nice attempt at defense by Jerome Pan.
Good defense.
Just threw Justin Howard off his shot. Didn't let him get the offensive foot back as well. Justin Howard being a bit too complacent. Turnover here on the Vampires. Just try it on three, fakes it. 3 from the corner, way too wide.
Anthony McLean looking a little bit upset here, not moving very much.
Justin Howard with a couple of complacent plays there. Turns the ball over, traveling violation. The Vampires get another shot. 25-point lead. Still a big gap. Tarongpan drives in wildly, can't get the foul. Coach Neil Banzig going deeper, brings in number 8, Tho Shin Kwang. Rarely gets to play, but accepting these kinds of choices. Even though getting the 3. Howard with a baseball pass all the way to Alexander. Nice defense by Tarongpan, but Singapore Slingers still get the ball. Shin Hwang with the mid-range shot, air balls. And the ball returns to the Mono Vampires. Anthony McLean visibly frustrated, as you mentioned. Justin Howard has just been outplaying him throughout the whole game, whether it's running up the court, in the post, on defense, everywhere. Cleveland Melvin, nice pass to McLean. Foul called on Xavier Alexander on the floor first. Mono Vampires going to inbound the ball. 6 minutes, 30 seconds left. Vampires. Singapore Slingers substituting in Wang Wei Long for Desmond O. Still a lot of rotation going there. Anthony McLean tries to get up there, unable to bring it down. Justin Howard with another foul.
Anthony McLean looking a little frustrated, but hey, you know, there's 3 refs in the game. Let's play ball.
So he drops up first free throw.
A lot of chit chat right now.
Drops both free throw attempts. Mono Vampires trying to pressure full court. Breaks away, nice pass. Chris Rosales to Justin Howard. Calmly waits for the defense and drops in the layup. Singapore Slingers have been doing a better job at breaking the full court press. And the Mono Vampires, and there we see again. Turnover at midcourt. Cleveland Melvin. He's obviously a bit more exhausted than we saw him in the last game. Singapore Slingers have done a good job in defending him, not letting him get his drives to the basket.
Alexander, high post against Melvin.
9 seconds left.
Tapped away. Alexander gets the ball back, attacks.
3 seconds left in the shot clock again. So the Singapore Slingers will be getting the ball with 2 seconds left on the shot clock. And we're going to see 3 substitutions. Piratsek Tira, Sorodson Tansiri, and Natakan Rangbun. As you mentioned, Piratsek Tira only making his first appearance in this game. And the player rotation has been really inconsistent for the Mono Vampires. Piratsek Tira playing at least about 20 minutes in the past few games. Down to barely 5 in this game, I guess.
Justin Howard to beat the shot clock, almost went in, but no good.
Good try.
Cleveland Melvin slashing, floater, money.
Still a good scorer. Cleveland Melvin makes a shot. Singapore Slingers get Xavier Alexander, tries to bring it down. Justin Howard from mid-range.
And one!
And foul.
Justin Howard, just too many moves, too much for McLean right now.
The big guy out of Mercer. Number 55 drops the free throw, completes the three-point play. Lead is back up to 26. Soro Jim drops the ball into the play. Drops a mid-range shot right back in Justin Howard's face. Still a big deficit to go. Xavier Alexander getting a wide open lane to go inside. Kicks out the pass to Long Way Long. Alexander gets the ball deep in the post. Biggie with a rebound, tries to open for the fast break. Cleveland Melvin. Steal by Chris Rosales. Nice hands. Rosales with a mid-range shot. Holmes sings it down. Turnovers, transition defense, same story all throughout the game. And another turnover there. And the Mono Vampires are just... Everybody is frustrated. Mono Vampires called timeout. Doing a pretty good job in this game. Nothing controversial as seen in the past games at Seapertum University Sports Complex.
All right, we got a little bit of time here, TK. Let's take our time to give a thank you to our sponsors of the ABL here. We got the official airline of the ABL, AirAsia.
The official basketball of the ABL uniforms, actually, leading.
And we got the official compression gear for the ASEAN Basketball League. We got McDavid. And the next game here in Seapertum University Gymnasium will be the next game for the Mono Vampires versus Saigon Heat.
It's going to be at 8 o'clock in the evening.
A little bit of a late game.
Yep.
Which should be a very fantastic matchup for that we're looking forward to see. Cleveland Melvin versus Lenny Daniel.
4 minutes left in the game. The Singapore Slingers have a commanding 26-point lead. Still trying to build it up. Another foul on Sectira. Two free throws for Sectira. Not doing much impact in this game, as he usually has been. Singapore Slingers going deeper into the bench. They're going to bring in Leon Quick, number 10, the youngster, the young forward. Promising prospect for the Singapore Slingers.
Quite a good guard for them as well.
Yep.
Quick.
But still pretty young. He still makes rookie errors.
How old?
He's only 19.
Wow.
When I last checked.
But you know, if you see young players in the ABL like this, that means the organization is doing the right things.
Yep. Sectira drops a long two. Sectira.
In the game of basketball, the younger the better.
Yes, sir. Nice pass, Leon Quick. Gets it, passes back to Rosales, to Long Way Long.
Unless you're like Justin Howard, who says, the older I get, the better I am. I'm kind of like fine wine, quoted Justin Howard.
Fine wine, Justin Howard. Not the guy Won. No defense on him. Can't finish the fast break.
Another rebound for Justin Howard. He must be in about 20-some rebounds already.
Chris Rosales is just automatic from mid-range shot there. He's not really a frequent three-point shooter, but his mid-range shots are really on point.
And may I add, he takes good shots.
True.
You don't need to take a lot of shots. If you take some good shots, you get good percentage, your team will not suffer. You know, every player has to be responsible for their own actions. So if you take a lot of shots, you shall be responsible for a lot of shots. As Cleveland Melvin hits another long-range shot.
He's been responsible for a lot of shots today. Leon Quick.
Anthony McLean just waking up. Good morning.
It's swatted away. Tells the rookie. Tells the rookie to get that weak stuff out of here. Another offensive board. Pass to Chingde. Splash. Chingde hits another shot. 28 points. So Rutson Humphrey tries to get Cleveland Melvin. Another foul.
Foul for number 55 and team foul. Substitution. Number 23 in for number
Justin Howard is finally going to get a rest on the bench. Delvin Go is going to come in for him. He's been having one very good performance for the Singapore Slingers.
And that might be the end of the night for Justin Howard. Yep. He's done quite a bit.
Well-deserved rest for the big guy. Cleveland Melvin drops both free throws. Vampires trying to full court pressure the ball here. Singapore Slingers going with almost an all-local lineup. Only has actually the Singapore Slingers are going with an all-local lineup right now. Long way long. Eung Han Bin while reaching there. Leon Quick and Delvin Go, but Cleveland Melvin works his way through the defense behind the back, throws the ball down. What a move that was. But a little bit too late to make an impact in the lead.
Justin Howard probably finishing the night already with 26 points. Excuse me.
Cleveland.
26 points for Justin. 16 rebound, 9 for 20 shooting, 1 steal, 2 assists.
Monster game from the big guy.
And as for Alexander, Xavier Alexander finishing with 17 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, 5 of 17 shooting.
Usual all-around game from Professor X.
And so far, you got 12 points, 4 steals, 2 assists, 4 rebounds, 6 of 9 shooting for the ASEAN import, Chris Rosales.
There's deadly shooting from Crisscross Rosales as usual. Leon Quick can't make his free throws count. 24-point lead. Another steal by the Singapore Slingers. Leon Quick faces Anthony McLean again. Tries to get him up. Thinks twice. Doesn't want to get blocked there. Probably a smart decision. Gets Delvin Go. Leon Quick has Anthony McLean on him. Fearless drive by the local player. Draws a foul on Anthony McLean. And Anthony McLean is going to get a seat on the bench. Chichayanante coming in for him. It's going to leave only Cleveland Melvin as the import on the court.
Anthony McLean, 14 points, 6 rebounds, 6 of 12 shooting. But Cleveland Melvin, 28 points and 11 rebounds.
Another big scoring performance from Cleveland Melvin. Anthony McLean has taken a seat back. 14 points, as you mentioned. Not as much as we would expect. Singapore Slingers still playing defense, pressuring down. Leon Quick with another defensive foul. Chichai Nante will get to the line.
Shipping on the line to free throw, by 77.
26-point lead for the Singapore Slingers. There's 1 minute 20 seconds left. The game is all but over. We have had a pretty decent crowd here despite being an afternoon Wednesday game. The Slingers trying to break the defense. They finally do. Long way long with the ball. Dribbles around the paint. Nobody's stopping him. Sekchira finally gets a hand in. Gets the foul.
Foul on number 9. Shipping on the line to free throw, by number 5.
A little mention to Sekchira, who proposed to his longtime girlfriend over the weekend. Congratulations to him on that.
Congratulations. Welcome early to the married life.
You don't want to hear your comments on the married life here in case someone might be listening, people.
Married life is good.
It's good.
You know, for every strong man needs a strong woman to be on his side.
Ah, that's true. So Sekchira drives, gets Ananti for 3 where he hasn't been hitting. And he's still not hitting again. Leon Quick tries to break the press. Chichai Ananti. And finally a foul.
43 seconds left to go. 93-66. Singapore Slingers on cruise control.
Ngan Bin getting to the line for 2. Makes 1. If you're watching this from the computer, there's another ABL game coming in 3 more hours again between High-Tech Bangkok City and the KL Dragons. Should be an entertaining matchup.
Which you will be commentating again.
If the traffic doesn't kill me along the way, but yes, I will be making my way to that court. Another foul on Chichai Ananti. To the free throw line for 2. He scored 10 points in the game, as you see on the free throw line. Always a deadly local scorer for the Singapore Slingers. With a lot of improvements. 23 seconds left in the game. The Motor Vampires will be using their last possession. Cleveland Melvin takes a 3.
Splash.
Cleveland Melvin breaks the 30-point mark again. Back-to-back 3-point games.
Cleveland Melvin saying, I don't care what the score is. I'm getting my buckets.
And the clock will be run out. Singapore Slingers with a statement win, 97-69, 28-point game for the Slingers in this away game at Sipratum University Sports Complex. Saw the Mona Vampire struggling to break into that full court press for the Singapore Slingers, which should be very scary for the other playoff teams.
และกลับมาพบกันทุกครั้งค่ะขอบคุณที่การติดตามนะคะเดินทางกลับบ้านโดยสวัสดิภาพขอบคุณและสวัสดีค่ะ
All So the story of the game for the Singapore Slingers in this win, in this 28-point win, has been the turnovers from the Mono Vampires that turned the ball over 18 times. That resulted in 22 points for the Singapore Slingers off the turnovers there, and also the free throw shooting for the Singapore Slingers. They got to the line 32 times. They shot 84% from there for 27 points in total. Singapore Slingers had 5 players scoring in double digits, led by Justin Howard, who scored 26 points. And despite the 31-point explosion from the Mono Vampires forward Cleveland Melvin, there wasn't much support otherwise. Anthony McLean had only 14 points, Chichainati had only 12, and the Mono Vampires fell short in this game.
I'm here with Coach Leo and our player of the match, Justin Howard from Singapore Slingers. First of all, congratulations to both of you. How hard was today's game for the coach and the player?
Well, we prepare ourselves and basically we come out hard and play. That's the basically I'm happy with it. Yep.
What about you, Justin?
We just wanted to come back and try to recover because we suffered a tough loss at home, so we just want to have a good bounce back.
And how are you going to prepare your players for the next match?
Well, we adjust and get ourselves a good rest back. We'll look at Dragons, and from there we adjust the game plan.
All right, well, thank you so much, both of you, and congratulations.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you. We'll see you guys at the next game.
So the Mono Vampires lose in this game. They'll be playing their next game on the 13th here at the same stadium. As we mentioned, that game will be played at 8 p.m. They'll be playing the Saigon Heat, who will be visiting. The Singapore Slingers will be playing their next game on Valentine's Day on the 14th. They'll be playing the KL Dragons in a very good matchup. This game solidifies the Singapore Slingers spot a little more in that first position. And the Mono Vampires, obviously out of the playoffs already. They tried to put up a good fight, but they still have a lot more improvements to go. What do you think about this game, Pete?
Well, you know, the Mono Vampires, they learned this season. They gotta improve on a lot of things, and you know, so much I've already said about this team, and I'm sure they've learned. And it's been a good game. Singapore did a good job. They're in the first place. They belong in the first place. You know, the standings. So from here, Sibatum University, we'd like to say have a good night.
And one of the hardest things in life is to be different. It's not easy to step out and do something that the next person is not doing.
You know, I grew up as a kid, you know, looking at the NBA, dreaming hopefully one day I can get there. I grew up watching All-Star games and, you know, thinking that'd be cool, you know, if I can make it there. And now I'm 11 years in consecutively, so you try not to take it for granted. You know, you try to, you understand that nothing is guaranteed to you. So I'm thankful.
Don't be afraid to be different, man. That's what Make Your Own Way stands for. Your way. Everybody's is different. Everybody got a different story. You might be from the same block, you might be from the same park, the same neighborhood, whatever the case may be, but everybody got a different path.
I think what Dwayne and Li Ning are doing for these kids is unbelievable, man. I think we need more of those type of people that are not afraid to sacrifice something that's cool for something that can have a positive effect on so many others, and most importantly, a younger generation.
D-Wade coming to my high school, it means the greatest thing in the world, basically. And he's given back to me, like this room, before he gave back to this room, it was really small. Now it just looks excellent, it looks the best. And D-Wade coming to my school, personally, that's just the greatest thing to ever happen, because most people, when they make it, they don't come back.
What these kids get to learn in these moments is not just how to put a ball in a hoop. They learn how to be themselves, be confident and competent in any arena. They're coming.
Make your own way to me is kind of like paving your own path to greatness.
Be a leader, kind of follower.
To inspire other people to lead by example.
Challenging my team to find the need in the community, without you. And, going around and trying to, figure it out, man. And, we always try to leave an impact. Every time we come to a city, I know how important that is. It can be something small, man. Just by seeing someone come to your school or see someone care about you enough, it can change your whole outlook on life. So I've been there before and I get it.